Hi, and welcome to the Ann Arbor News Weekly Weekend Entertainment Update. I'm Jordan Miller.
And I'm Roger LeLievre.
Before we tell you about this weekend events, let me remind you that complete listings can be found in print in Thursday's Spotlight magazine, on the happenings pages in the daily newspaper, and online at mlive.com/Ann Arbor News. So, Roger, what you got going on?
Rory Block. 2 words, Rory Block, Friday night at the Ark. Rory is an acoustic blues woman. She's a 5-time Handy Award winner. She's a disciple of the late, great Delta bluesman Robert Johnson. So that should be a really good show there. Also Friday night, this is at the Elbow Room in Ypsilanti. Power Train is on the bill. And Power Train is Scott Morgan's latest band. Scott was a musical force here in Ann Arbor in the 70s and 80s with a lot of bands, punk rock variety. Power Train opened for the Stooges last summer. So
it's a perfect band for the Elbow Room.
Well, we just got word on this today, Mitch Ryder is joining him on the bill. So
cool.
More legendary rock and roll Friday at the Elbow Room. On Saturday, in Hill Auditorium, it's the annual Collage Concert. That's the fast-moving show. The students at the U of M School of Music, Theater, and Dance strut their stuff. They don't even take a break for applause in between, just boom, boom, boom. So that goes on Saturday. And on Sunday, at the Michigan Theater, the Ann Arbor Concert Band performs in the afternoon. And over in Chelsea, Matt Watroba is playing for free, actually, on Sunday afternoon. It's part of the Sunday music series going on at the McCune Library in Chelsea.
Very cool.
So check it out. What about you?
Friday night is Poetry Night in Ann Arbor. So at 7 o'clock at Lydia Mendelson Theater, it's the Neutral Zone. And they've got a really great tradition of supporting poetry slams, youth poetry. It is really cool stuff, way beyond their years. I would highly recommend checking out high school poets from the Volume Youth Poetry Project and a couple other projects. Also Friday night, Paradigm, who, if you're a hip-hop fan at all, you know who he is. He's a really well-known Detroit MC who also is touring as Kid Rock's tour DJ.
Yes.
And that's at 9 p.m. at TC's, which is, it's a small venue to see somebody who's really blown up. Speaking of blowing up, Chris Bathgate, Saturday night at the Elbow Room at 10 o'clock. Another real star on the rise. He's great, too, with Delta 88, Misty Lynn and the Big Beautiful, and the Blue Ruby.
Great local bands.
Yeah, that's a fantastic lineup. Now, on the stage this weekend, Performance Network.
Performance Network has Souvenir running. And also on stage at the Purple Rose, Vino Veritas. So.
I know nothing about it. But I do know about movies.
I do know about movies also.
Well, let's talk about movies.
Okay. Cloverfield.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. So I went to the movies this weekend. I went and saw Sweeney Todd, finally. And so at the beginning of Sweeney Todd, there were 3 previews for these 3 movies that are coming out now. Cloverfield, Mad Money, and The 27 Dresses. And at the end of those 3 previews, I kind of sunk my head into my hands and just shook it slowly back and forth and lamented the decline of American cinema.
Yikes.
Yeah, Cloverfield is, it's a project from J.J. Abrams. I mean, and it's interesting because at the beginning of the preview, you can see this bad robot, which you know if you watch Alias or if you watch Lost. So he's a master of that sort of scary stuff. It's, the monster takes Manhattan.
Right. It's kind of the next Blair Witch Project with the grainy film and the shaky handheld camera.
Except it's got like a multi-jillion-dollar budget.
Right.
So, Mad Money. What a waste of Diane Keaton.
And Diane Keaton and Queen Latifah.
You're not really... I mean, Queen Latifah's really cool, but I prefer her as a rapper. Yeah.
Oh, well. What about 27 Dresses?
There is stuff that I like. I swear to God. It's just not this week.
Well, that's sort of a ripoff of My Best Friend's Wedding.
Yeah.
Even though it does have Katherine Heigl.
She's cute.
She is.
I like her.
She's very cute. Well, once again, for a complete look at what's going on, pick up a copy of Thursday's Spotlight magazine or look online at mlive.com/Ann Arbor News. Have fun out there. We'll see you next week. I am Roger LeLievre.
And I'm Jordan Miller.